guys, Michelangelo here. Welcome to another music review. Today I'm going to review an album by a male artist, Scott MacIntyre, and it's in his sixth album, Heartstrings. First of all, how did I learn about Scott? Well, I used to watch American Idol back in like 2009. Well, I started I think 2006. 7, 8 until 2009. That was like the last season I watched, and Scott was like a participant in 2009, and I fell in love with his like magic talent. He was like, I don't know, his voice really caught my attention. He is visually impaired, but that was never an obstacle, and I was happy to support him right from like that those days when he was part of American Idol. He's amazing. I have so many memories with this album. But okay, without further ado, let's start right now. Track 1 is The Good, The Bad, The Ugly. The song starts with a lovely piano, and now the percussion. It's like this, like it has this like rock type of vibe, but it's not that heavy. But anyway, that piano I love. I would say that Scott's main instrument is the piano. He knows how to make the piano shine. That's good. So that piano at the start invites me really to listen carefully to what he has to say. I mean, the bad, the ugly. Scott's voice is not flat at all. I love how he emphasizes the words with feelings. So we have the good side, the bad side, and the ugly side of like what he's like lived. Like all, through life, he's had like different types of experiences. So I like the metaphors, all that. I really appreciate every single like illustration within like the lyrics. So he's seen so much throughout life. Those situations are connected. That's something I wanted to say. So makes me think of how we can't separate in a way like the good side, the bad side, and the ugly side. I mean they are connected. All of them make us grow as people, as a person. This part is so good. This is like the bridge, and his vocals, like his high-pitched like tones, I love them. I can feel the sincerity. It now. So good. That, and the piano, once again, it's so present. The piano is present like through the song, and it never loses that magic. Two parts that I highlight in terms of lyrics. When he sings "I've come this far," I feel his heart when he says that. I mean, he means that. He's come this far, he's lived so much, and he has things to share with people. Highs comes with lows. I mean, highs come with lows. That's another phrase that really caught my attention. It's so true. So the melody line is so catchy. Those vocal ornaments, beautiful, great. And well, the word for the good, the bad, the ugly would be life experiences. Track 2 is Valentine. So a woman saying "Dear Valentine" at the start was very, very interesting. And then we have this catchy melody with the piano. I can feel sweetness in this song. So lyric-wise, it's about a romance that didn't work when he was younger, when Scott was younger. So he says that he's written many letters to her, but he was like shy to really get close to her back then. Time passed, and she had a family, and it's like the dreams that Scott had. Well, now they can be they can come true in a way. And when he says, "I wrote you a Valentine," I mean he sings with such like, once again, the sincerity I can feel from like his voice, the way he repeats that phrase, "I wrote you a Valentine." It's like, I don't know, I think it symbolizes how important she was for him, and that "I wrote you a Valentine," the way he elongates Valentine, I like that. I like that touch. I was saying that really symbolizes how important she was for him. Although there was like even back then there was like a barrier that didn't make him do like the next step. Like it was like stuck in a way. So yes, the official relationship didn't really happen, but he had kindness in his heart. He really liked this girl, and now he wants to protect those feelings, even though there's there's not like a lot of things he can do. I mean, he can't do anything about it. I mean, but he wants to protect the good feelings that like he created back then, as I said before. So even though having a relationship with her is not any longer a possibility, there's this dream. Although I said it was like the dream can come true, the existence of this dream in Scott's heart is like, I think this song is that dream. It's like symbolization, so to speak, of that dream. That magical piano is like perfect, and it adds this like sweetness, even though it's like a bittersweet type of song. It is a bittersweet type song. It was just perfect. So the word for Valentine would be wishful thinking. Track 3 is Heartstrings. This song is so dynamic. The start was really cool. I like that melody told me that this song is going to be a dark one. I feel darkness in this song. Scott's voice sounds so like on point, and the chorus is so catchy. And here, you pull at my heartstrings, emotions impossible to fight. I think the melody, that electric guitar, and the words he used, like all that was like good additions to this darkness. I hope that makes sense. Yes, like they were good additions to the dark atmosphere. Okay, now the lyrics. They're interesting in the sense that there are like, I put it like this, two ways that Scott feels about this girl. So it's like she has like put a spell on him, but at the same time he knows that girl is not exactly an angel. He's not being sincere. There's something that she's hiding, and like he's analyzing all the feelings that the girl like produced on him, so to speak. This part is more, it has like a bit heavier rock atmosphere, and I like that. Another thing is that the musical composition is not flat. We have here this like electric guitar solo. I really love it. And this part, how he plays with his voice and the vocal harmonies, Whoa. I mean, this song Scott played a lot. It's a dark song. This song with like, instability in Scott's heart. But I like how he plays with the rock genre. And the last part is like he sings like, yeah. I like how there's like vocal harmonies, and it was very interesting. And then the last part has this like, the ending was kind of like rebellious in a way, with cool guitar sounds, kind of a little bit weird, but yeah, that was a very good way to end this dark song. So the word for Heartstrings would be mixed feelings. Track 4 is Never Tired. This is the first ballad of the album, and it's so sentimental and extremely sweet. I love having this like softness. I mean, I like having this mood in the album, this very soft, slow tune. I like the percussion, the drums. They are consistent, but they follow this like soft energy. So there's a highlight here in the song. It's like the electric guitar that is featured more like later on in the song, like in the bridge. There's this electric guitar that is very. It reminds me of the 90s. It's like it makes me think of a 90s type of ballad song, like rock ballad in a way. Although it's not like a strong rock ballad, I like that touch, that electric guitar touch. So lyric-wise, so Scott confesses that he loved his girlfriend forever, and no matter how much he loves her, he will never be tired of doing that. So it's very sentimental. Many people could say that it's corny, but to me it's like so sweet, and I like the situations, the words that he uses. I like how he says never tired in different like ways, like with a falsetto, with this like emotion, kind of like overwhelming emotion at parts, and I like that. Here's the guitar, the electric guitar that I love. So this song, this ballad was so touching. So here, the falsetto, that sweetness in Scott's voice, it really caresses my heart, my ears. It's very soft, and great job, great ballad, great ballad. So the word for Never Tired is, well, 2 words, love declaration. This song is all about romance, togetherness as well. So yes, love declaration. Track 5 is Autumn Leaves. It's another ballad, but this time the piano is like the highlight here. It's just a piano, I mean, no percussion. It's even like slower than Never Tired. And Scott's voice he has a vibrato that is really interesting. It's like a thick vibrato, and I love how it sounds, how it resounds. And this piano is so the piano is perfect for this ballad that has so much kind of like sadness. It's sadness mixed with many feelings that comes from a love, a romance that didn't work. And there's a violin that I also consider like a very elegant touch. The piano and the strings, the violins and all that makes this song so majestic. And Scott's voice, like with how he elongates the words with the vibrato, with that thick vibrato, is so, oh my god, beautiful. well crafted. So this couple relationship didn't work. This couple relationship, once again, there are dreams that couldn't come true. But this time, I think it's more like the disappointment is like stronger. And this, like the lyrics, I highlight this in the bridge when he sings. He says, indecision bars, blind decision scars. And I think that sums up the whole song. The words are perfectly placed at the bridge, and great composition of words, of situations, and then the piano line, the piano melody. So like sometimes it gets a bit stronger, and then at the end of the song we feel that it vanishes. So it's like a faint vibe, and at the end you can see that like the song is like it's like a flower that is like dying in a way. The piano gets like kind of like slow. I don't know how to say it, but it's like it faints. It's like you feel like it's like dying, and that was a very good touch. I mean, it's sad, but it was a good touch to finish the song with. So yes, the word that I come up with to describe this song, disillusion. Track 6 is One Time Too Many. This song has a light pop rock vibe. It starts with Scott's vocals and just a piano, like telling you about the feelings right away. And then before long, that rock pop sound shows up. Bing. Lyric-wise, Scott knows that this girl he likes has never paid attention to him. Scott has he's been watching over her, and he knows she's been hurt. She has suffered, and I feel she's been in a toxic relationship with someone else. So it's time now for Scott to tell her that he will save her from all that negativity, from that toxic relationship, I imagine. And he will show her the love and care that she deserves. Even though she deserves that because she's being lost, but I think he feels she has a nice heart. Even though she didn't pay attention to him before. That's what I wanted to express. I mean, Scott really wants to show her that he cares about her. He cares about her situation. The story makes me think that sometimes we are surrounded by the wrong people. So there are people who really care about us, but sometimes we don't notice them, or we leave them, we put them aside. We don't value their presence. I like the fact that Scott's big heart doesn't let him have negative thoughts against the girl, because, as I said, she didn't notice him. I mean, he could have been upset, and he could have turned his back on her, but he didn't. So Scott knows that she suffered, and he is willing not to let her fall again. So, the harmonies in the bridge are lovely, and the last part, it's the last time you do. So that last part, when Scott sings one time too many you fall, it's the last time you do. when he says do, there's this the last drum hit, like pum, and the song finishes, and I like that touch. It was so like, I don't know, it was cool. Anyway, the word for One Time Too Many is commitment. Track 7 is Stars, featuring Todd MacIntyre, Scott's brother. The electric guitar starts sounding and I fell in love with it. It's, wow, this song has this power that I really appreciate. Yet another light rock pop song. I adore this from start to finish. The main melody is so sweet, and for some reason the arrangement and the melody makes me think of a song from 2000, like Summer 2000. I don't know, it has this like atmosphere, this aura with the electric guitar plus the percussion, and this kind of like atmosphere that, I don't know, it's like, I feel it's a song at night. It's like a summer night, and the chorus is beautiful with vocal harmonies, and I think Todd sings there, because it has like different types of voices. There's this falsetto that I love. I don't know exactly where's Todd like singing. I don't know where his participation is exactly, because I think it could be also the electric guitar, maybe, I don't know, but I think that the song, the chorus, I mean, it has this like magical type of vocals. Another highlight in terms of instrumentation is the bridge. The bridge has a very powerful, consistent percussion, like it hits, powerfully. I love that, and it adds this to this special excitement. So it's like an addition for this, or addition to this special excitement that we feel in the track here. Boom, bum, 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 bum. And the piano, once again, the piano is present. Lyric-wise, this is a touching love declaration. I feel this song takes place, as I said, summer, like two people, boyfriend and girlfriend. They are alone. They have plans for the future. They have many things to, like, things that they are like thinking about. There is enthusiasm, but what's more important is that they have each other. That's like the main thing that Scott wants to make clear. Together, they feel the quietness of the night, this calmness, and it's like the sky is looking at them. The sky is the place, and there's an audience. That audience is like the stars. The stars are the audience here, and they are admiring. They look like downwards, and they see these two people in love with each other, and that's how I interpret the song. Like, it's so cool. And now we hear there's someone who is like making this sound. It sounds like a synth, but it's like a voice. I don't know if it's a Scott or Todd, but it's so great. Ooh, ooh. So the stars will tell their story because it's one to tell. That's what they say, and that's how the song finishes with that phrase. It's one to tell. So I think it was a nice way to summarize, right? That they are creating moments, and the stars are looking at them, and there's like this evidence. And the evidence is the word that I come up with to describe Stars. It was a great summary track. Track 8 is In Her Eyes. This is another ballad that is kind of similar to Never Tired, although I feel the percussion is more powerful in this one. The percussion is featured later on, but the piano once again, consistent, direct, boom. Now in terms of lyrics, I feel this story is that like this girl Scott likes is not being completely honest. He feels something is not okay. There's some mystery behind this girl, so he can have an answer. So that kind of like, in a way, that irks Scott in a way, but he's not letting that like uncertainty take control. That's why it's like the piano and this ballad has this show that, you know, calm, that kind of like ease, even though he's not feeling well about this girl. There's something in her eyes that gets him thinking that, you know, the heart never lies, but you can see it like, you know, the eyes are like the window of the heart in a way. So I think that's why he focuses on like her eyes, right? So it's not completely negative. I mean, there are like a good side, like for example, when he looks at the girl, like the child in him wants to play, and there's this like, there are like a portion of like positivity in a way, but the thing is that she's not being completely honest, and that's something that Scott doesn't like. He doesn't like that at all, and that's why at the end of the song, the vocal, one of the last parts, like from the lyrics, I mean, he says like, I guess I'll never know, I have to let you go. And I think that's sad. It's like a sad song with this like disillusion, the doubts. So they could create a nice relationship, but there are like barriers, and the barriers come from the girl. I really like how Scott crafts his lyrics, the words he uses, the emphasis, how he emphasizes all that, the stress, the emotional stress in like his voice. Another thing I highlight, the pace of the arrangement. I think it fits like that analysis that ends up with that last bleak result, or rather final action to take, right? To let her go. The word, I mean, it's like this, I'm listening to it. The word for in her eyes is sincerity. Track 9 is The Sun Still Shines. This track has such an optimistic vibe. It's very light instrumentally, and it's simplistic. The percussion consists of clapping. I think that was a touch that made the song have a very cool, cheerful vibe. There's also an acoustic guitar, and the sounds from it are playful and happy. So the lyrics cheer me up a lot. I don't feel this is a romantic song. I mean, it could be, but in my opinion, I see this song as like, this song is addressed to a best friend, to a dear friend, to a very close, intimate person in our life, a friend. So Scott knows this person, and he's his friend, and he wants to give him like encouraging words, because this person has been like suffering from like negativity coming from other people. He's been target of ridicule. I think that's how you say it, of ridicule. Also, people are taking advantage of him. They're not being sincere, like hypocrisy. And then this person may feel helpless, and that's why Scott wants to give him some support with this really light-hearted tune. There's so much falsehood, negative energy around, but Scott is there to help his friend, and that shows us that there are people who love us and who care about us and who know that we deserve much more. So it's so cheering, touching, and Scott's voice, once again, I like how he plays with it, the ornaments with the falsettos, amazing. So the last part was interesting in its own right, because there's this piano, just a piano, and Scott's voice singing the chorus for the last time. Then Scott's voice is like whispering, and then the last piano note was so deep after Scott utters the last word, and I like that. So the word for The Sun Still Shines is support. Track 10 is View from Above. This song comes from a very personal place. It's about Scott's life-threatening battle with kidney failure. So the song opens up with some synths that are being played kind of slowly, and then Scott's deep tones. When I listen to this first part, I'm curious. Like, it stirs my curiosity. This song's so dense. I read that Scott wrote this song at a hospital bed. So the words, the situations, all that is like so vivid in my head. I like picture how Scott was feeling back then. I can feel the anxiety that wants to take control of him, but his faith will change everything. The faith becomes the counterattack for those pieces of anxiety. So inside Scott, we have this like unease that is like it's making Scott feel so bad, but inside him as well, inside himself, we find the weapon, the faith. So that's how I feel this song, like how he like attacks with his faith that becomes light. That's what I want to say. The anxiety is well expressed with the words, I'm running in circles inside my mind. Then also he says that his body's suffering dehydration, his body's fried, and a lot of challenges, physical challenges and emotional challenges as well. So all that may have led to a spiritual breakdown, but no, that's when the counterattack part of the song shows up. He sings, I won't stray until I get there. I will be keeping the faith. So it's hard to overcome the force, but we will climb this mountain, and together we will soar from the view from above. And that view from above metaphor is so beautiful. So in life, we are often concerned about the hardships of the fact of climbing, and we forget about the beautiful view that awaits us in the end. So we get like blinded by like negative feelings, instead of thinking about the future, what will come afterwards. So I think that's the lesson here, right? So I also feel that the mountain he's talking about, I feel it's like a large mass of negativity and anxiety. If we have faith, we cling to our inner magic. Thus, we will be at the top of those negative feelings. We will step on them. So that's why we can feel that we reached a different stage. We are able to control those negative thoughts. So yes, that's how I interpret the concept of mountain. And finally, Scott's thick vibrato can be heard here, and it's on point. And when he like elongates above, I love how he does that. Like it emphasized the importance of the song title. So the word for view from above is fight. Track 11 is I'll Take Tom, MySpace breakup song. So this song is a parody, and what's cool about it is that it doesn't sound like so. You don't feel like Scott is joking around. He sounds so serious, and that's something I find like interesting. And yeah, that was good. It's a different song. Just makes you smile because it's very lighthearted. And well, first of all, who's Tom? Well, if you had MySpace back in the day, after you sign up, there was this profile, this first friend that we all had. It was a guy named Tom. It was actually like a real person, Thomas Anderson, who was the co-founder of MySpace. But I think that profile was like a bot or something like that. It's like, I don't know, it didn't like reply or anything. That's what I remember. So using this concept of this first friend, the lyrics are cool. It's like Scott is dealing with a breakup, but he feels he's going to be okay because he has this friend, Tom, who's been there right from the beginning. And I like the situations, the words he used to describe this like social network, this environment. It was a very light-hearted tune. I laughed at one part when he says like he will hear him out and he will never say a word. It's because that was what happened, because it was a profile that didn't actually reply. It was not a person, really. There was not a person behind the profile. I mean, it was really so cool. So the arrangement was very simplistic. The volume of the track was low compared to the other songs, but it was enjoyable nonetheless. And yes, I enjoy this different song. And also, I think this song is part of social network history, really, because this profile, this bot, it's like it reminds everyone of MySpace, right? It's like, oh, MySpace. I remember Tom, and I remember Scott's song about Tom. Great. There was something different for this album. There was a nice addition, and well, very good and funny. So the word for I'll Take Tom is humor. Track 12 is Wedding Song. This is the last track of the album. It closes with this amazing mid-tempo romantic ballad. It starts with a piano and Scott's voice. That's like his signature piano voice, and then percussion. This percussion it sounds modern with kicks, and I like the upbeatness of the tune. And it's something good because when I think of a wedding song, most of the time, like the first thing that comes to mind is like a slow ballad or a waltz, but this is different. And that dynamic percussion is a highlight, but also the piano. I like the melody once again on point. And yes, we know that Scott's signature, right? His piano. Bum 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 bum. That's the piano. Great. This phrase, "We'll spend an eternity in each other's eyes." I love that. I love that phrase. That phrase is like the highlight of the song in terms of lyrics. Once again, Scott's pureness can be felt in his words, in his singing. So, wedding. Wedding is such an important stage for couples. During this stage, the wedding, I feel there are many feelings, wishes, and this song really captures that atmosphere, like that enthusiasm of entering a new stage together, an oath of true love that will last forever. If there's mutual understanding, there's support, there's respect, everything will be fine. Just leave it all behind. Another phrase that resounds here. With Scott's reassuring voice, I think that makes me think that sometimes anxiety, doubts, uncertainty as newlyweds, for example, moving to a house, changing jobs, changing lifestyle, that, anxiety shows up. So Scott wants his wife to forget about that. Forget about those things and live the present. Right now, it's time to celebrate love, to celebrate the memories they are creating right now, and in the future that will continue. But now let's live the present. And that's how I feel. That's the message that Scott wants to convey. True love, beautiful couple, let's enjoy the present. And so the word for the wedding song is togetherness. So this was Scott MacIntyre's Heartstrings. Now the artwork, let's take a look at it. I like the purple background, very artistic. Scott looks so handsome. I like his curly hair. It's the back. He looks so cool, like his outfit. This is the interior. He's such a gentleman. I love this picture too. His face looks so kind. And the city label. We have another picture here at a live show. Very nice. This is the booklet with the lyrics here. And another picture greeting his audience. Cool. I remember I bought this album at his official store back when it was released, and I have so many memories. I remember it was my first semester at university, and he gave me so much energy. And until now, he's so important to me. I'm proud of being a Scott fan, and one thing I can say is that most of these songs are about romantic relationships. Well, I love it when my artists sing about other topics, because the romantic romantic stories are like saturated in the music industry, but I'm not saying that I don't appreciate the songs here. I love each one of these songs. They are gems, but I'm glad that Scott has created songs that are not about romantic relationships, like different topics, believing in oneself, and also he's Christian, and I like his Christian music, his relationship with God, his faith, and I love those songs too. So Scott has written a lot of, he has written about many different topics, not only romantic relationships. Well, here we have the good, the bad, the ugly, View from Above, The Sun Still Shines as well, that are not exactly romantic love songs, and I appreciate that too. But his romantic love songs, all of them are so touching and amazing. So thank you very much, Scott, for your art. You are a talented songwriter, musician. I'm waiting for your next production. I want more songs from you. But I wish you all the best always. I wish you the best. Your family is beautiful, Christina, your children, good energy. And thank you for being part of my life. I love you. I love you so much, Scott. So thank you for your music. And thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this review. Tell me in the comments below if you know Scott, American Idol. I'll be happy to read you in the comments. So thank you once again, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.